games away from the LA area this year. It seems like you maybe mastered the road trip. What is it that you've been able to do so well when you travel?
Well, we found a way. We've won in a lot of different ways on the road this year. Some tough environments. We've won with big defensive stops, with a couple 2-minute end-of-game drives. Kind of all different ways. Kind of handled everything we needed to handle in Cleveland. But, each game's new. Each game's new. It's a new season, as we all know. Everybody starts 0-0. So that'd be a heck of a challenge. I've been to Baltimore, and it's been a few years since we've been there. It's a tough place to play against a tough opponent that we saw just 10 days ago or so. So be a heck of a test for us.
The coach said the team seems to thrive in a hostile environment. Have you noticed that about?
I think so. Yeah, I think we handled the environment well from a noise standpoint, from the travel, the whole deal. Saturday walkthroughs on a bus going somewhere. We've handled all that well. So we need to handle it well again this week.
Phil, you've been in this playoff position before. A handful of the guys in the locker room have, but a lot of them haven't. What's the vibe down there like? What's their attitude?
I think everybody's excited. I think it's important for us the guys that have been in it, not to make it sound all frightening or anything crazy. I mean, it's what you dream about playing in the off season and in the spring and during training camp. You're excited about this time, and the thing about playoff football, playoff in all sports, in the playoffs, you never expect it to be over, and you're always preparing like you're going to keep going and going and going. And the reality is, it's 1 week at a time. Somebody will be done on Sunday afternoon at 4:30. So we just have to have a good week of preparation, not do anything different, but know that every little detail matters and is the difference in playing again next week or not.
With those stakes as high as they are, Phil, because you talk 1 week at a time, do you have to play more carefully, or is this the time just to let it rip?
Yeah, I think there's somewhere right in between. I think certainly don't want to be reckless, but I think you definitely don't want to play careful. I mean, you always want to protect football, but I don't think you want to play scared to make a play or make a mistake, because then you won't make any plays and you'll go, gosh, we should have done this and should have done that. So I think you definitely got to cut it loose, but at the same time manage all those situations, the whole situational football stuff we work on all the time, and have been in many games this year, done some things very well and done some things not so well, and you learn from those, and you prepare so you can handle whatever comes our way on Sunday.
Bill, in what ways do the way the Ravens disguise their blitzes and stun, how does that make it difficult on a quarterback?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're as good as anybody in the league at doing that, just at playing defense, period, as the numbers will back that up. But yeah, they just never let you get comfortable as an offense, in the sense of, oh, we know what y'all are doing. Okay, we're going to see that for 4 quarters. It's always something, trying to keep you off balance. And so I think that's part of it. That's the NFL, and especially when you get into January, all teams are going to be good. And so it's our ability to, again, adjust on the run and react and make quick decisions and handle all that stuff, because I don't think it's not going to be a case where we got them figured out. It's going to be, again, a back and forth. There'll be times where we pick everything up just right and do everything just right, and there'll be other times when we're going to have to, again, manage all those things that they do so well.
You and Lamar seem to be polar opposites in terms of your quarterbacking style. I'm curious, as maybe a traditional quarterback, even old school, what your opinion is of a running quarterback.
Yeah, well, shoot, I certainly don't know from personal experience, but they're fun to watch when you're not going against them. He, along with the shoot, there's been a handful of guys that just that ability to extend plays and that are dangerous. That it's not only when I move around, it's moving around hoping somebody comes open in a hurry, and he not only can throw it while he's moving around and escaping the pocket, he has he's almost more dangerous when he pulls it down and can run with it, because of it's not just get 5 and 6 and slide. It's turn them into big plays. So those guys that can do both certainly are dangerous.
The team in transition, still kind of in a temporary home before you move into your new place. What does it say about this team that you're able to overcome some of those things and have a great season like you did and make the playoffs?
Well, I think I really think last year was probably the more of that, more of kind of that adjustment period, at least from a player standpoint. I feel like this year, at least, the training camp and having a whole season in the Stub Hub and kind of I feel like we were a little more acclimated. So I don't know that there was as many distractions in that sense this season. But I do think that all of those things added together with, the tough road trips and how we've won games have kind of combined all those together have created somewhat of or added to our resilience and toughness and all that stuff, all those words you hear. I do believe we have that, and again, all those things sound good on Wednesday, and then you see how they transpire on Sunday, and so I think we just, again, it's boring. It's the boring one day at a time, one game at a time. Prepare and go cut it loose on Sunday.
You've had 3 straight picks on opening drives. Being too aggressive, or just what's gone into
I think they're just all bad throws. I think I would certainly throw the one in Kansas City again, just about 15 yards further. It might have been a touchdown. Against Baltimore, I'd have thrown the same one again, just a little further, and it would have been a big chunk to start the game. And then against Denver, it's just a bad throw again. Put it on the boundary, and we probably punt because they covered it pretty good. So I think it's just kind of the way it's come up. I hope not to keep that streak going, obviously. But they weren't anything trying to overdo, or it's just lack of executing.
Offensively, since it is so fresh, you guys just played them. What are some of the key things that just going to stick out in your mind that you need to do just a little bit better? Because even though the score is what it was, you guys were right in it.
Yeah, no question. I think the feeling was really on our side. I don't know what they probably feel differently, but I felt like even all that went down, we felt like we were going to win that game there with 3 minutes left. As bad as it was from our standpoint, again, as good as they played, and they had a lot to do with our mistakes, but we were sloppier than we'd been. I think we got to be better on third down and keep ourselves out of those 3rd and 9 pluses. We had a bunch of those. Again, we got to handle all their pressure. They brought the fight to us. We got to do a better job of handling that. I got to do a better job of throwing completions. I think that was another game where, just too many balls on the ground. Get the ball to our guys and see what happens. So I think just better on third downs, which means better on first and second down. They really had us behind. We had 3 conversions we had called back, and we just overall we're just not in a groove. And again, credit to them for causing that. But again, like I said, I think on Sunday this has kind of been a 10-day. It'll be a 13-day halftime, kind of for adjustments and kind of the counter moves that both teams make. And knowing this defense, it could be something totally different that we've never seen. And so we'll have to adjust on that. But certainly we have to prepare and counter what they did well to us and what we can do better against them.
So at this stage in your career, another Pro Bowl season, back to the postseason, how satisfying has this season been for you on a personal level?
It's been a fun year. It's been a fun year. I think it's most fun when our team has had the success it's had. But it really I would never discount and say it's all void. Now it's new. See what happens. I'll tell you how it's been. But there's an element of that. I think when everything settles, you can always look back at a regular season and be excited about a lot of the things we did. But I don't know that anybody's got time to feel that yet. Now it's this new season that we have here. This starting on Sunday, and like we've always said, we've given ourselves a chance, and now we'll see what happens.
In terms of mitigating the pressure and doing better on first down, all those things you mentioned, how much can that be solved by just getting a running game going, especially?
Yeah, no, I think we need to. We just got to be efficient. I think offensively we got to be efficient. I think again, I thought our defense did a heck of a job against this team. Really holding them to 16 points, and then creating a huge turnover that got us the ball there in the plus 20, which was our only time we really drove it and scored. But that being said, we know what this offense tries to do. They keep it from you. They sustain long drives and they keep it from you. I guess they had almost 300 yards rushing again last week and had it 38 minutes or something. So we got to be efficient. And I don't think we need to press that efficiency, but just be efficient and play our game, because really that's our game. I mean, although we're up there high in the league in explosive plays, we've also had plenty of drives, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays, sustaining those drives and getting first downs. And so it's key in every game, but this game certainly would be huge for us to be able to sustain some drives. Again, even the ones, I think I said this before the game last time, even drives we don't score, let's get some first downs before we punt it back to them and then make them have to go the distance and not have so many 3 and outs like we did last time.
You know, you've been chasing your first Super Bowl. Do you feel any different going into the playoffs with this year's team than you have throughout your career?
I mean, always excited. Like I said, you always have a chance. I think if you asked all 12 teams that are in, they'd all tell you they believe they're going to win it all. And, but you got to win the first one before you can win the second one. And, again, it starts against a tough opponent, as we found out, again, 10 days ago. So we're going to prepare like crazy and see what happens on Sunday.
Your first playoffs was when you were 25 years old. Do you ever think about that game that you were in and how much maybe you've grown since then?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I think too, just early on, we'd won, gosh, even when I was backing up Drew, those 2 years we won the division 1 year, didn't the second, and then we went on to win 4 in a row, and you just got in every year. And I think you come to, or at least when you're younger, you think, oh, this is just it. You get a shot every year, and then when you don't go but once in the last 10, I guess 9 or 10 years, you realize how fleeting it is and how hard it is to get in. So I think just excited about the opportunity, and I think from the experiences I've had, both positive and negative, you take that what you can, and then you just go play. I think it's like thinking back to high school playoffs and things. I mean, somebody's moving on and somebody's not. I mean, I think once you understand the reality, what's at stake, and all that, then you move that ahead and you go go cut it loose for 3 hours and see what happens.
You've won at Pittsburgh, at KC, 3 or 4 of the most difficult venues in the NFL, and you've won on the road there. How does Baltimore rate among places to play?
It's tough, and when you're in the postseason, it even adds to it. It'll be almost full, I'm sure, during warm-ups, and that's just what the playoff atmosphere is about. The times we've been there in the past in the regular season, it's been awesome. You're talking about a team that's won, 2 Super Bowls in the 2000s. I mean, this team has tradition. They're tough. They're in that AFC North, and it would be silly to say we're going to get their best shot and all those things that you say in the regular season. I mean, all those things are obvious, and it'll be a heck of a game. I think 2 good teams, and obviously every team's got a chance. And it's funny. 2 weeks ago we were the hottest team in football, and the front runners did this. Now it seems like the scenario is all flipped. We got the tough road ahead, and this is the new favorite. So who knows? We'll find out. I mean, all that we got to talk about something for the next 5 days, and then we'll talk about what actually happened when it happens.